Hey, you want to see a miracle? Damn straight. This is us with lights in our van. And the miracle is that basically we've managed to get electricity working in this thing. So I figured it's about time I give you a longer tour just to sort of take you around it. And what I want to show you is the first major feature of our electrical system is our absolutely shit-tastic wiring. This is going to be longer, so it's hooked up to lights on the ceiling at some point. But right now we have wire all over the place. It's terrible. We didn't know any better. You can look at other van electrical systems and they have what I call wire porn, where everything is the perfect length. They're all vertical or horizontal. They're mounted properly. We are not that van. But it works, as you can see, thanks to that light. So let's walk through some of what we have here. So this is the most salient point. These are 3 lithium batteries. They are not like the batteries you have in your car, mainly because they're $1,000 a piece. But each of them holds 100 amp hours worth of charge, and they go all the way to the bottom, unlike lead-acid batteries, which only really hold half a charge. They don't tell you that. But basically, 300 amp hours is theoretically, according to our calculations, enough to run a CPAP machine overnight and run a couple of laptops during the day, basically without losing charge throughout it. So, worst case scenario, we have enough when this is fully charged to basically do our work for the day. That all connects up, and I considered climbing on top of the van and trying to show you the solar panels, but if I did, I would fall off and die, so I'm not going to do that. But these wires go out to our solar panels. There's 3 of them. They're 125 watts apiece. That's 475 watts total. They are affixed to the van via a method which will hopefully not have them fly off, and that can charge our batteries during the day. We've actually had really good luck with them. We ran the batteries down to like 93%, and when we woke up in the morning, by 7:45, the sunlight had completely charged up that 7%. So we're hoping that's a reasonably quick recharge. But if it doesn't, let's go over the rest of this. And again, you can see the absolutely crappy wires here. We can't even get the fuses on here straight. They're tilted to one side because we didn't know how to do our wires. And we're not going to redo it at this point because it's expensive and tiring. But the wires come off here. They go into a fuse. They go into this massive on-off switch that we can turn off when we need to do power on it. And it connects up to this little thing right here, which is the Orion Smart 1212 DC-DC charger. What's that for, you ask? Well, another source of DC power in here are the batteries up front, and you can see the wire that leads up along the wall into our batteries. And basically that enables us, this little doodad here, enables us to charge our car, charge our batteries when our car is started. It's smart because what smart means is it knows when your car is turned on and doesn't try to transfer current when it's not turned on. That is very useful because some of the older battery models, basically, it would continue to try to charge your solar system at all times, even when the car wasn't turned on, and you would come back to find out that your solar system had drained your actual car batteries and you couldn't start it up. That's bad. Underneath that is our Samlex inverter, and that is what everything that you would think of as electrical power. You can see how it has the 2 little AC plugs right there. It's only got 2, and it tends to overcharge if we put in very heavy loads like fans and everything like that. But that's enough to run 2 laptops and the CPAP machine we were hoping for, as well as a couple of other minor drains. If you come all the way back here, pardon me while I try not to kill myself, you'll see the power flows back here, and where it flows into is this is our DC fuse box. And that's where these lights are actually hooked into. You can see the wires coming up and around here. And it's also via a terribly mounted set of wires, that's going to be a running theme here, into our fan in the top of our roof, which we had installed for a solid year and 2 months before we finally got confirmation that it worked because we didn't know how to hook up the electricity to it. And over here, not only do we have some more fuses and a bus bar, what we have is we have this little readout which will tell you exactly what's going on with our system. Right now you can see this has 13.49 volts going through. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing to me. But the good news is that each of these, basically there's the solar converter, the amp converter, and this little doodad here actually connects to a Bluetooth broadcaster. So what that means is that we can actually open up a Bluetooth app see what our solar charge is, see how much charge is coming in from the car, and see how drained our batteries are. So basically, right now, if I were to open that up, you would find out that I could run these lights and this fan in this kind of sunlight, that kind of sunlight, for about 10 straight days, and it wouldn't degrade at all. So that's basically our system. It's very messy, but it is functional. And once we actually get these wires affixed to the wall with something other than painter's tape, which is peeling off of the heat, you will see that basically we could take this sucker on the road and it should be fine. So that's our electrical system. It's messy, but it works. Kind of a metaphor for me, really.